Hi friends, and thank you for joining me for this leader training for group restarts here at Rivo. As you're aware, the government are beginning to relax the numbers of people who can meet, and obviously groups of up to 20 people are now allowed to meet, and so we are now able to open our building to small groups who want to begin ministry and begin meeting here as a church. Now, of course, one of our values as a church is to be a caring community, and so we want to ensure that everyone who comes into the building is kept safe and that we're all healthy, and so that we can express that value to one another and to our community. So it's really important for us as a church that we conduct this training. We've also put together a safety management plan. This safety management plan includes physical distancing, hygiene training, which we're doing now, compliance with government regulations, and also response planning should a case of COVID-19 arise here at the church. A copy of that safety management plan is on our website in the Leader Zone. There's also a paper copy available at the door as you enter the church building. We require you to read that and to be familiar with that. So we're taking a staggered approach to reopening the building for ministry purposes. At the moment, as I've said, the government have allowed up to 20 people to meet indoors, and most of our ministries actually accommodate far more than that. So it's really just life groups and other smaller groups who are now permitted to use the building. These groups tend to be under 20 people, and so they're safe to meet here. Our Next Generation ministry are making plans to relaunch their ministries in third term. And other ministries like Rivo Craft and our Sunday morning services are simply far too big to start meeting again at this time. So over the past week, our staff team have been preparing the building, and volunteers. We've been preparing the building to reopen. And this includes cleaning the building, of course. We've engaged a professional contractor to conduct a disinfectant fogging of the entire building. We've set up hand sanitizing stations around the church. Signage has been installed regarding good hand and personal hygiene practices, and room occupancy limits have been established as well, so that we can safely observe the 1 person per 4 square metre physical distancing regulation. So there's a few things we need you to do as ministry leaders here. First of all, we need you to read the safety management plan. And not just read it, but to understand what it actually means for your group and what implementing that plan actually means for your group. So again, the safety management plan is available at the Leader Zone on our website. You'll find that at the bottom of the home page as you scroll down. And also a paper copy is available at the door. We're asking that before you relaunch ministry, before you come here to meet as a group, we're asking that you apply to do that in writing, just to email the office and ask whether it's okay for you to come back. For groups under 20, it is. But we just need you to reassure us that we want to know that you're coming and to make sure that we're ready for you to be here. There may be other groups here, and we just can't have more than 20 people here at one time. So we just need to manage that. So if you could email us, just seeking permission to restart. And in the email, just let us know how many people you expect to be attending your group at any one time. Of course, that can only be under 20 people. Your group has to comply with the occupancy limits that we've placed on each of our rooms. And you'll notice on the door of each room, there's a notice there telling you how many people can be in each room so that we can comply with the 4 metre squared physical distancing regulation. That's not new to us. We're all familiar with that. The government have been talking about it for some time. But it will affect how you set up for ministry. It'll affect how you set out your chairs, how you set up tables. It'll affect what kind of activities you can do here. So really think that through, and again, just take note of the number of people who are allowed in each room, and there's a sign on each door of the building to tell you what is allowed and what's not allowed. As you meet here as a group, please ensure that hygiene is looked after. Now this means that we need to encourage people to be washing their hands. As I've mentioned, there are hand sanitizing stations all around the building. There's one at the front door, and so we're encouraging you to instruct your people to use the hand sanitizer as they enter the building. So the first thing they do when they arrive, straight onto the hand sanitizer as they come in the door, rub that through their hands, and just to ensure that that's been done. Again, there are plenty of stations around the building that people can use throughout their time here in the building. There is a sign-in book at the door as well, and this must be used by every person who comes into the building. Every person who comes here must sign in and sign out and leave their contact details. This is for the purposes of contact tracing. Should a case of COVID-19 arise here at the church, the government need to be in touch with everyone who has had contact with that person. So we need to record the contact details of every person who comes in and goes out of the building. We've also adopted a response process, and you'll see that in the safety management plan. So when you invite people from your group to meet here at the church, please, in the first instance, please urge people to stay home if they are sick in any way. We don't want ill people here. It's not safe for them, and it's not safe for anyone else who's meeting here. So in the first instance, urge anyone who's sick to stay home. However, if someone should come along to your ministry and they begin to display symptoms while they're at the meeting, then there is a response process that you will need to undertake to respond to that. It's clearly outlined in the safety management plan. So again, please read that. It's in the leader zone on our website, and there's a paper copy at the door here at the church. Part of your response includes notifying the church office or myself or one of the pastoral staff as a matter of urgency should someone show signs of illness and symptoms of COVID-19 during one of your meetings, or even if you become aware of someone who's become ill after one of your meetings, we need to be notified of that. You'll notice under the table at the door where the sign-in book is, at the door of the building, there's a COVID cleaning pack. It's in a green box that includes disinfectant spray and wipes, face masks and gloves and things like that. And we're asking that as you conclude your time here in the building, that you take the time to clean up after yourself. So this simply means things like wiping down table surfaces, handles on chairs, door handles, light switches, anything where people may have been touching the furniture or fittings around the building on a regular basis. So let's just take a few minutes to spray and wipe with a disinfectant spray to clean up after yourself, and that would really help us to keep the building healthy and to prevent any chance of passing on COVID through touching objects around the church. So friends, we need to make sure that we follow these guidelines, because this is what actually enables us to open as a church and to continue ministry unhindered. So just a reminder, life groups and other small groups of up to 20 people can now use the building, but you must please first call the office to book in. Our Next Generation ministry does plan to recommence, but not until third term, and other ministries are just simply too large to recommence at this time. One thing you do need to know is that our insurer, and all other insurers across Australia actually, our insurer has informed us that they will not cover us for any instance of COVID-19, any COVID-19 event. What that actually means is that we have no insurance cover for a COVID-19 event. So if you're uncomfortable with that as an individual and you would rather not start your ministry at this time, then that's fine. It would be helpful to have a chat with myself or one of the other pastoral staff about that. But I want to reassure you as a ministry leader that you are under no coercion whatsoever to recommence your ministry at this time. If you decide that that's not what you want to do, that's fine. Even if people in your ministry are saying, yes, we want to meet again, and you're not comfortable with that, there is no pressure from us whatsoever for you to recommence your ministry at this time. That's totally fine. If you're concerned, please just give us a call and one of the pastoral staff will talk you through that. So, thank you very much for the few minutes that you've invested just now in taking this training. It's really important for you to have done this so that we can ensure that we're compliant with government regulations and health regulations, and that we can ensure that your group and the wider community are safe and healthy. God bless.